Hello, my name is Ramiro Gonzalez, and let's get on with the news. Setting off into international news. Taking place in Italy, in a tourist attraction, a boy by the age of 11 years old falls into a volcanic crater and dies. His parents found him missing, and soon after tried to help him get out of the volcanic crater, but they die as well. Not after a few months ago, a 7-year-old boy also died by the same fate as the young boy, but this boy was 7 years old. Who's to say what we can say about not leaving your children out of sight? Going into national news. A small biracial boy of 8 years old gets lynched by a group of teenagers just because of who he was or what race he was. And what we can say that these boys tried to attempt murder on a small child. And by police information on the newspaper, they go on to say, we have to keep these boys safe. They don't mean the boy who was victim, but rather the boys who almost committed murder, which sends us a tone of who are they really protecting here? When there's a case like this, it's a bit hard to trial a child for what he's done because you cannot try them as adults. But in a case like this, they've tried to commit an action which an adult would do. Setting off into Texas news. Longhorns have so far won their first game of the season. And what can we say when they've beat the Spartans in a game of football on their own home turf, which was being in a score of 56-0. And it's pretty impressive when it comes to the first game of the season. We can only imagine what's going to come up next for the Longhorns, and we can hope that they keep winning their next games. Up on local news. So far, we know the incidents with Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Harvey, which have struck many in Houston, in our local area of Texas. And so far, we've been giving and donating what we can. But lately, there's been a small burst of false donation websites, which people have been donating money to without knowing the case of them being false at all. They may look professional, as in you'll be giving your money to the needy, but you have to be doubtful of some of these websites so you don't get scammed out of your money. We know that these people need our help, but there's been sort of an advantage to the situation just to be aware of what's going on. Well, this has been Ramiro Gonzalez for your daily news. Catch you next time.